Hey guys, it's Mecha-san here. Alright, with the second half of Act 2 of Episode 3, wow, that's a lot, of Mobile Suit, Gundam Seed, Eclipse, Motion Manga. Alright, so the last video, it delves a bit more into the two main characters, well, their character, their personality, in which, you know, the main character, part of the Eclipse, yeah, he's we knew he was laid back here. We'll see that it's quite easy for him to make friends and just get along with people, but he can be quite insightful at times, surprisingly. But he's also obviously a bit of a hothead, willing to jump in and help out people, or well, more specifically, orb citizens when need be. So in that regard, he's kind of perfect for that here. He's suited for Ord here at their job. And Kenny, well, we see he's still a mystery here. All we know is that they allude to losing something in the war. The obvious culprit is, you know, his family. Lost his family in the war here, similar to Shin Asuka, which really, what happened to Shin, it's no different than what happened to pretty much anyone and everyone else here. It's like a lot of kids obviously lost their entire families and such. So, and it would be perfect in Gundam. It would make sense. Okay, so yeah, now we have a plan here to lure some terrorists out here by the commander, using herself as bait. So, typical strategy here. Let's see how it goes. A thumbnail was really interest me here. It just happens to be you. I'm going to let myself be taken hostage by a terrorist group we're targeting. You'll be sent to rescue me. In the process, you'll cross paths by chance with the group that's providing weapons to the terrorists, and purely by chance, you'll engage them in combat. And we've already discussed it with the Equatorial Union. Yeah, with the Equatorial Union and everything, so they already established that they do get all the legal work out of the way the first go, so don't need to further enforce that, but yeah. So basically, yeah, she's setting all this up here, so to give them a perfect opportunity to find the terrorists and the one selling the weapons to terrorists. Is that really the case? Remember, this is an international version. The truth is not even second priority. Yeah, that's how it is. As long as both sides agree, officially nothing happened and all, well, that ends. Yep, pretty much. Nothing happened. Yet, as far as... exactly. As far as the world is concerned, you guys will not have been there. There will be no paper trail. There will be nothing, no definitive proof. People may say that, but at best, it'll just be hearsay, rumors, and the fuel for conspiracy theories. Which, unless you are an inside job, nobody cares. I see that you're the sincere type. Yep, you're the sincere type. In a war and particularly in guerrilla activities. Through the desert or something like that. A rich girl disappear. Did we cover that up too? Ken, huh? What you just spoke of is a top secret and it has nothing to do with us. Don't ever mention it again. Oh. Okay, this one is a very good piece of lore right here. He's referring to when Kigali went out there in the desert and to form that rebel group against Zaf and everything. Yeah, and now we're seeing how Orb sees that here. That's a big fat secret right now here, because that's like an international incident. Because yeah, when we think about it, once we learned that Kigali was a princess of Orb, and that she was actually taking part in assault against Zaft, yeah, that's an international incident waiting to happen. It's like you're kind of breaking the neutrality because of a princess of Orb is messing with the affairs, is involved in the affairs of another country. Woo-hoo. So yeah, this is yeah, we're seeing here that's a big secret here. Like that's like under lock and key. No one is to know about that. What you just spoke of is top secret. Even like, don't ever mention it again. It is not to be brought up by anyone here. Like deny all everything. Oh boy. So yeah. Like this. I like how they're sort of like addressing this little plot thread here because that's one of the lesser known, slightly more obscure. People barely thought about it. But yeah, when you think about it, yeah, it's actually key here because Kigali pretty much broke her people's neutrality stance by doing what she did in that episode, in that entire run in the desert, like the tiger and everything. Whew. Yeah, I remember about how to hold this. These negotiations are part of the job. Mm-hmm. You help me catch your danger. Bing. Thank you. It's 10 years to. Oh, you're blushing from the likes of you. She like how she blushed like that, but yeah, 10 years too early. You come immediately when I call it. That much more, I'm afraid. Setting my. Of your complexions, yeah, exactly. I like what's saying Baku here. Yeah, like, this is a Baku document. Going with you this time. And a Baku? Of preparing this. Oh, ho, ho. Baku. It uses parts from a high-end Legauma. Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay, I like that here. But okay, that was a Baku. Obviously, late type here because it's got beam sabers. Like early Baku models did not have that. Keep in mind, beam sabers. That acquired technology from the stolen Gundams, and it's amazing how they were quick to retrofit a beam saber application on their existing Baku design. But yeah. I like the Bakus when they first showed up here. I remember when people were like made fun of them for being what is it, Zoids or something like that here. It's like, first of all, what's wrong with Zoids? Nothing's wrong. And second, I'm actually surprised it took them this long to make a quadruped mobile suit like that. It was pretty obvious actually, especially with how you see these things perform on the ground, but in a desert environment, but when you go to the treadmill, when the treads, the movements, it makes sense. It makes all kinds of sense here. So yeah, it just amazes me that it took this long to have these kind of mobile suits in Gundam. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I mean, well, technically, the Walter Gundam can have 4 legs, but that's different entirely here. Here, and that's like a one-off thing. It's a Gundam and such. Or there was a Sphinx Gundam as well that we saw again in G. But G is an outlier. I love G, but let's keep it like that way here. But yeah, it's like, why not have? Haven't there been more? Were they too afraid that they'd copy Zoids? Dude, I doubt it because Zeta Gundam was directly copied the transformation gimmicks of like from Transformers / Diaclone, what I'd like to call it. So there was no reason why you couldn't adopt quadruped mobile suit legs, 4-legged mobile suits. All right, I'm done. And I like how this one here has actual pieces of Legao here, like the who can only Hori Yulian. Mobile suit. Really? A portrait in contrast. Interesting. So Hori can only pilot the Eclipse, and Hori can pilot another type of mobile suit. It sounds like that's a defect they each share here. Like, put Hori in another mobile suit, not the Eclipse, even if it's got the proper OS, and he can't even take a step forward. While Ken, you try to put him in the Eclipse with L setup and everything, it's like he can't work it? Huh, interesting. I mean, I hope that's what I'm getting at right here. There's obviously more to this, and we'll find out later. It's not that big a deal. Treat me like a child. Evil music? I can do it myself, huh? I've seen plenty of carnage in my time. Joe worries too much. No way! That's Zaku! That is a Zaku! But the only Zaku that should be a trial type? I mean, yeah, but before the signing of the Treaty of Junior 7, they already made the first ever trial-based Zaku warrior here that was pretty powerful here, complete with the rail guns of the Freedom Gundam, but it was nuclear powered. So when the treaty was signed, they had to. How? But how? The Zaku production should just recently have started, and yet this woman here has an actual Zaku warrior line to sell on the market, no less, on the black market. Oh boy, this will be a bad PR move. I mean, if this wasn't already like this was hidden, if this wasn't like hidden, like no one will know, this would be a massive black eye to the plants and Zaft here. No one is supposed to have this. This is like this mobile suit is still this entire design is still like factory new. It's like it's barely gone off the blueprints, and yet who is the only people I can think of is like I mean the clan. I mean can't be okay. You know what? Maybe it is like librarian works here. We don't know when they started. Oh boy, but yeah, it's like wow. That surprised me. That's a cliffhanger right here. Oh boy, so let's move on to something else here. I like this. I like how we're seeing a Baku here, and it's actually got part of the Legao. It's too bad too because the Legao it didn't go into full production. If I remember correctly, it's like limited production here. It's sort of like if the Baku is a Jin, the Legao is the Segu, something that only commanders get, an ace pilot, something like that. Still, yeah, this do you have Legao parts? And a beam saber function, they're looking pretty cool. From the high end Legao, and that's just the thrusters we see here. Well, I mean, who knows what else it has under the hood? Have you ridden one before, Ken? But here we got the interesting thing here. No, it's my first time. I'll need at least 5 minutes to get a cut. Okay, that's pretty. Even for a coordinator, that's pretty fast. So he's a bit of a savant when it comes to pilot, a bit of a prodigy. He can learn to quickly pilot any mobile suit. But any other mobile suit here. So yeah. This has nothing to do with the fact that one's a natural and one's a coordinator. It's just ingrained talent. They were born with these pros and cons, if you will. That's what I'm getting at here. It's interesting. And we get a small look at the seller here and another character named Joel. And of course, the bit of humor here where I've heard rumors about a rich girl who disappeared abroad during the war and participated in guerrilla activity. To the desert or something like that. Yeah, that's that's actually a that's it's very random they bring it up here, but at the same time, it does actually address a small lingering issue, small as it was here. So it's sort of like tightening up the loose ends. Because yeah, like I said, Kigali should not have been able to do that here. But yeah, I like how he brought up because he thought about that because what she says here. This and remember this in international relations, the truth is not even second priority. Yeah, exactly. But that's a fact here. I mean, throughout history, there's things that are still classified under top secret, even centuries have passed here because if they got out, it could ruin international relations and change the history books. Whatever. Like every government has its secrets here. They've all done some illicit things. It's nothing new. There is no such thing as as clean hands. Oh boy. So yeah, nothing happened. Mm-hmm. And now we've got this. This is like I'm still surprised by this. How? I would have expected a Gwaze. Maybe a Gwaze R. We still don't know much about the Gwaze R units here. When they started being replacing the standard Gwaze models here. I'd like to know about that suit. Uh, oh boy. But yeah, so I'm surprised. So everyone, thank you for watching. As always, comment below what you all thought. Like, subscribe for more videos. Till next one, this is Mecha-san, logging out.